Welcome to lesson 2 in the sit-stay series. In this lesson, I will be showing you how to add distance onto your sit-stay. You will need a few things to get started, one being a leash. I usually use a 4 to 6 foot leash. And then you will need a neck collar attached to your dog, and you also need some small food rewards. Let's go ahead and get started. One thing that I do like to do is when I'm practicing distance in the initial phases, I like to put the dog up on some type of platform or step. The reason for this is because it makes a really distinct boundary when the dog steps off of it. So it helps me let the dog know when they've made a mistake. It also helps teach your dog avoiding bad habits such as scooching towards you on the sit and stay. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how this works. I'm going to get the dog interested in the food. So you're going to take some food and wave it in front of your dog's nose. And you're going to lure them up onto your step. If you had a small dog, you could even use a couch. Good. And I'm going to feed there. Now I'm going to give my release cue. I'm going to be using okay. Okay. All right, so that's just to get them started on going up onto the platform. Now we're going to go ahead and start to add distance. Get the dog up on the platform. Good. Cue their sit. Tell them to stay. And in the initial phases, you're going to take one step back, come back to your dog and feed. Good. Then try 2 steps. If they make a mistake, I just mark that mistake with something along those lines, and then I return them back to the platform. If they get up into the down, I just get them back up into the sit. Stay, 2 steps back, come back to the dog and feed. Good. And I'm going to go ahead and release there. Okay. And let the dog come off the platform. And then we are going to repeat this process. Lure the dog up. Cue the sit. Good. Stay. 1 step, 2 steps. If your dog is doing well with that, go 3 steps. And then back to the dog. Good. Stay. You don't have to release after every time you feed your dog. So you can just repeat the stay. 1, 2, 3. If your dog is doing well, we're going to go 4. Come back to your dog. Feed them. Good. And release. Okay. Very nice. And we're going to repeat again. Sit. Sit. Stay. And again, as you saw before when she made that mistake, I marked that and I just return the dog and put them back up on the step. Now I do not feed after they make a mistake. So they have to complete the sit and stay before I go back and reinforce it. So if she makes a mistake, take her back, repeat, sit, stay. And repeat the process. Okay. Once I return, if the dog is successful, we feed. Good. And release. Okay. Now, if you have watched lesson 1, the goal in lesson 1 was to have your dog maintain a sit and stay for 30 seconds. But today's lesson goal is going to be being able to make your dog sit and stay while you move away 20 feet. And I want you to, once you can move away 20 feet, I want you to hold that 20 feet distance along with 30 seconds. So I want you to be able to tell your dog to sit, stay. Now, I'm not going to go 20 feet because I would be outside of my video frame here, but I want to be able to move out 20 feet and then maintain that distance for a full 30 seconds before I return to the dog, feed them, and release them. Good. And release. Okay. That's lesson 2. So I want you to be practicing lesson 1 and lesson 2. And once you complete the goals for these 2 lessons, you're ready to move on to lesson number 3. Okay, I'll see you in the next lesson.